Hello. I forgot to unmute my microphone. I'm back after a longish weekend. I kind of wasn't feeling well for a few days. Honestly, I'm still not feeling super great. So the nature of this stream might be a little more quiet and laid back than previous streams in terms of the amount of talking that I'll be doing, at least during downtime. But I hope that you're down to enjoy some chill Dragon Age Inquisition with me regardless. I did want to talk about a couple things before, or mostly just one thing before I start playing the game, which was that we're living in another 1,000 years of Persona 4. If you're not familiar with the franchise, Atlas, really the developers of Persona 4 and 5 and 3 and all the other ones, are I'm just thinking about how horrible it is to call 1 and 2 the other ones, all the other ones, but for some reason Atlas really likes to kind of dredge up 3, 4, and 5 repeatedly for the past 10 years, and they've each gotten multiple re-releases on different platforms and things like that, which is fine. It's just that they've kind of spent a really long time doing that, and personally I'm mostly looking forward to actually just seeing a new Persona game, which they did announce recently. There's going to be a Persona 6. It's green now, so we'll see what that game actually is once it's an actual video game. But alongside Persona 6, they announced Persona 4 Revival, which is, I guess, a HD remake of Persona 4 in the same vein of Persona 3 Revival, or Persona 3 Reload, I think is what they called it. But the Persona 3 remake made a lot more sense to me, considering that game has a lot more dysfunctional or broken or missing elements to it. Like the fact that there in Persona you have these social links, like relationships with party members and things like that, and for some reason in Persona 3 none of the male party members have stories or like social links like the female party members do, and that was the thing they fixed in the later games, but having that missing in Persona 3 is kind of like a big deal. And there were some weird things about the combat, like you couldn't control your party members directly and things like that. So when they made a remake of Persona 3, that made a lot more sense to me. And it seems like they did a fairly good job. I haven't been able to play it myself, but from what I've heard, it's very faithful to the original release of the game, which is neat. But this new re-release of, or this HD remake of Persona 4, or like a complete remake of Persona 4, is very strange to me, just because I don't see any reason why they would have needed to do it. But I guess they're just trying to kind of reboot the entirety of Persona 4 in the same vein of Persona 3, so who knows, maybe in a couple years we'll see a Persona 5 remake, which would be even less necessary. But I just thought that the announcement was very superfluous and kind of vexing. But this morning I did actually watch a trailer for it, and unfortunately I am not immune to nostalgia, and somehow as tired of the remakes as I am, there was something about it that was kind of exciting to me. But that's probably just because it is Persona 4, a game that I like. But yeah, we'll see how that remake actually ends up being, or if it'll improve or expand upon the combat or any of how that game works. I did think one thing that was kind of interesting and strange is that they recast the entire cast of the voice actors for the game, in English specifically. I think the Japanese voice actors have remained the same, but in the original Persona 4, they had, their cast for that game. And then when they released Persona 4 Golden, which was basically like a kind of like expansion sort of thing, it just added a lot of things to the game and improved a lot of the it had a lot of quality of life improvements for the combat and the gameplay and things like that. But they recast like a handful of the characters in that game, which in some instances people were pretty not happy about. I think that it's one of the few games that one of the few Japanese games that I've played in English. I typically don't really fuck with dubs at all. I kind of try to play things in the original language that they were made in. But Persona has like a pretty exceptionally good English like dub or English voice acting for it. But yeah, they've continued to recast them in a way that's kind of odd. And there were a lot of guys who were pretty famous voice actors, like Yuri Lowenthal and Matt Mercer or Troy Baker and Johnny Young Bosch and Matt Mercer and Laura Bailey, who are all not going to be in the remake, as far as I understand. So this new game that they're making is going to have a completely revamped cast again, but 100% this time from the ground up, which is kind of strange. The bits that I saw just from the trailer seemed like good, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. I just thought it was kind of strange that they wouldn't. A lot of those characters, even in English, have kind of like iconic voices because of those voice actors, so I found it odd that they didn't just get them back for it. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about that because it was kind of fresh on my mind. And with that out of the way, we'll start with Inquisition. I keep trying to develop different ways for me to take drinks of water without freaking out the facial tracking for my model. But even after all this time, I still haven't really figured out how to do it. Which is troublesome for me because I'm constantly needing to take drinks of water while I'm doing this. I don't really think it's like that for everyone else for the most part, but I feel like I'm constantly needing to take drinks, otherwise my throat just kind of like closes up. My voice gets extremely raspy and unpleasant. Okay, so the last time we were playing, hello, howdy. I hope you're doing good. The last time I was playing, I was trying to get enough power to go to Valrayo, which I do think I have. I am. How about yourself? I'm okay. I mentioned at the beginning of the stream I'm kind of not feeling super excellent, but I was still really wanting to play this game, and so we'll kind of have like a chill or laid back day, which I guess is like basically every stream I do. It'll just be that with me talking slightly less. I feel like there's something odd about the audio today. Like it feels very quiet to me. I tested it earlier, but
though you had granted them power over the very Fade itself, though they sang hymns of praise.
I think two. We'll just put this up there and see how it goes.
Ending, though they could do anything, they destroyed nothing, created nothing.
Okay, yeah, so it's Valroyo time. I do kind of love this plan because it's basically just that I'm going to show up and it's going to cause a huge disruption for everyone.
I'll take what I can find.
Convince the Chantry to permit us entry into the city so we can show them the Herald of Andraste is not the monster they believe.
Having the Herald address the clerics is not a terrible idea.
You can't be serious.
Mother Giselle isn't wrong. At the moment, the Chantry's only strength is that they are united in opinion. And we should ignore the danger to the Herald. Let's ask him.
Yeah, this plan is pretty flimsy.
You want me to walk into a pit of vipers, and you ask me that?
They're not vipers just because they like to hiss.
I will go with him. Mother Giselle said she could provide us names. Use them.
But why? This is nothing but a...
What choice do we have, Liliana? Right now, we can't approach anyone for help with the breach. Use what influence we have to call the clerics together. Once they are ready, we will see this through.
Alright. And then Oh yeah, so I guess for those kind of major story beat things, they have that like conversation as a preamble, and then they let you confirm here. You can also just back out, which I think is kind of fun, but I think it's interesting that they let you do that. And then I'm pretty sure it won't repeat the preamble conversation if you do.
The city still mourns.
I mean, it doesn't really look like it's morning to me.
Just a guess, Seeker, but I think they all know who we are.
This place is extravagant as
Your skills
fuck.
of observation never fail to impress me, Varric.
My Lord Herald.
You're one of Leliana's people. What have you found?
The Chantry Mothers await you, but so do a great many Templars.
There are Templars here?
People seem to think the Templars will protect them from the Inquisition. They're gathering on the other side of the market. I think that's where the Templars intend to meet you.
Only one thing to do, then.
I really can't tell why everyone is so absolutely terrified of the Inquisition at this point, considering it's like, I don't know, maybe like 50 dudes. Also, the voices ended up being too loud.
They wish to protect the people? From us?
Oh yeah, they honestly they might be more scared of me than they are of the like group of dudes that we have.
Protect them from the blasphemous Herald of Andraste, I'd say.
Surely they cannot think such a thing.
Why not? They wouldn't be the only ones.
You think the Order's returned to the fold, maybe? To deal with us upstarts?
I know Lord Seeker Lucius. I
Varric's
can't
just
imagine him coming to the Chantry's defense. Not after all that's occurred.
I mean, we could like talk to him.
We're doing all this to get help with the breach. Maybe this is our chance to get the Templars on our side.
Perhaps. Return to Haven. Someone will need to inform them if we are delayed.
As you say, my lady.
I think everyone's got a bit of a level up. And Solus, I think he's doing these. The more magical energy you expend, the more damage your spells do. Ooh, that seems pretty fucking good, actually. And then Varric shoots the arrows. Oh, more damage when firing from elevation. I think I mentioned in like 2 or Origins or something that I kind of wished for like a high ground bonus for ranged attacks. There's a bunch of placards for these statues, but I'm actually going to wait to fuck it. I'll read them now. You can get a thing later, basically, which increases the amount of experience you get from codex entries that stacks like 4 or 5 times. and ends up being like a fairly substantial bonus, but it's not like I'll necessarily need it. I just like getting as much experience as I can out of the very limited amount that the game has. Mafarath's blood guilt, beneath scratched by a vandal, and his head suddenly weighs too much. Is that it? I figured maybe there would be more there. Would it be... Avenue of her reflective thought. Our Lady and the actors of her rise and fall, her message and visage are worth repeating. Oh yeah, these Mafrath's remorse at meeting a Lotor frame. Yeah, so these like these statues kind of, yeah, they're like mirrored and repeated as like a symbolic thing. There's a lot of this guy making that exact same pose. The avenue is inspirational, but wise travelers do not linger in their respects, not just because the bazaar awaits, but because the area before the back-turned statues is treacherous. Local legend has it that the child empress, Amy, abused the opportunity of religious repose to relieve herself beneath the gaze of Our Lady. Unable to discipline the toddling leader, her attendants instead chastised the statues and had them turned in supposed embarrassment. True or not, foolish youths dare each other to soil the spot in similar fashion, and a place of otherwise reverent thought always carries a faint odor about it. So it smells like piss. That's fun.
Stand wary, guardsman. The Inquisition is here.
Good people of Val Royal, hear me. Together, we mourn our divine. A naive and beautiful heart, silenced by treachery. You wonder what will become of a murderer. Well, wonder no more. Behold, the so-called Herald of Andraste, claiming to rise where our beloved fell. We say this is a false prophet. The Maker would send no elf in our hour of need.
I'm glad you guys still have the racism thing going.
I make no such claim. I wasn't sent here by Andraste or the Maker. I'm simply trying to close the breach. It threatens us all.
It's true. The Inquisition seeks only to end this madness before it is too late.
It is already too late. The Templars have returned to the Chantry. They will face this Inquisition, and the people will be safe once more.
The cops are here. Oh, excellent.
Still yourself. She is beneath us.
Yeah, what are you guys doing?
You're not here to deal with the Inquisition.
As if there were any reason to.
It's like the most evil looking
Lord
guy
Seeker
I've
Lucius,
ever
it's
seen.
imperative that we speak with...
You will not address me.
Look at that pallid monster.
Lord Seeker?
Creating a heretical movement. Raising up a puppet as Andraste's prophet. You should be ashamed. You should all be ashamed. The Templars failed no one when they left the Chantry to purge the mages. You are the ones who have failed. You who'd leash our righteous swords with doubt and fear. If you came to appeal to the Chantry, you are too late. The only destiny here that demands respect is mine.
It's good to see you guys have fully gone off the deep end.
Templars! One of your own commands the Inquisition's forces. Join us as he did.
You're a mage. Your ties are worthless. They are all made traitors just by being in your company.
But Lord Seeker, what if he really was sent by the Maker? What if...
You are called to a higher purpose. Do not question.
They've just got like multiple zombies in their ranks.
Alone against the void. We deserve recognition. Independence. You have shown me nothing, and the Inquisition less than nothing. Templars, Val Royo is unworthy of our protection. We march.
Charming fellow, isn't he?
Has Lord Seeker Lucius gone mad?
I mean, clearly.
Do you know him very well?
He took over the Seekers of Truth 2 years ago, after Lord Seeker Lambert's death. He was always a decent man, never given to ambition and grandstanding. This is very bizarre.
It doesn't look like we'll be getting the Templars to help us after all.
Oh no.
I wouldn't write them off so quickly. There must be those in the Order who see what he's become. Either way, we should first return to Haven and inform the others.
Oh, did you hear that, guys? We might not be able to get the Templars' help.
The Chantry promised they'd defend us.
Who will fetch their Templar?
It's so sad. I just felt like Willy Wonka during that entire exchange.
What's that? An
Watching
arrow
that.
with a message?
A what? Watching that guy fuck off and being like, stop.
I wish you
No.
as well.
Wait. A message is attached, written in a large flowing hand that bordered with doodles. People say you're special. I want to help, and I can bring everyone. There's a baddie in Val Royo. Alright. I hear he wants to hurt... Oh, okay. I hear he wants to hurt you. Have a search for the red things in the market, the docks, and around the cafe, and maybe you'll meet him first. Bring swords. I thought that she was talking about a very... I thought the message was talking about a different type of baddie. But I think I was mistaken. I wish a lot of these plaques over here had like more information on them as opposed to just like names and then no codex entry.
You are the Herald of Andraste, are you not? I have an invitation for you.
You're cordially invited to attend my salon held at the Chateau of Duke Bastien de Ghislaine. Yours, Vivienne Defer, first enchanter of Montsemard, enchanter to the Imperial Court. So yeah, after you complete this quest, they kind of just like throw a bunch of things at you to recruit all the other party members.
They left us. The Templars left us to
Which can definitely be a problem if you waited to do Val Royo before doing all the other, or if you did all the other like side quests and stuff before coming here.
What is this now?
You just don't really have the opportunity to recruit anyone or get any new party members and stuff. Was that French?
Is there something you need?
At once.
Is that the same lady? She really gets around.
Oh, yes.
I really, really like the, like, Orlais theme in this game.
Wonderful.
A different simple script on the back of a stable report marked with red paint. Thank you, friends, for helping good Lady Karis. Saw those who asked about Harold enter third passage could not stay to see them exit.
What's your tongue?
Oh, yes.
Maker.
What is this now?
Blessed are the righteous, the lights in the shadow.
Maybe I should. Yeah, I'll pick up all these. Oh, look at that art. I'll do all these while I'm here. There aren't really like many or any side quests that you can like pick up here in Valrio. And it's not a particularly big area. It's like literally just this. But it's kind of like a stage for like various quests and things like that.
They left us. The Templars left us to the maze.
Which I think if you're gonna have a game with a lot of diverse environments, it's cool to not have each of them be like a super huge area, but just like a little stage. Okay, that's just a note about the divine dying. Tremors floating, taste is off, water birds die off. Oh, yeah, okay. So, you know, signs of the end times. A red handkerchief folded around a key with small hasty scrawl. Key lifted from drunk swearing about a herald. Don't know what door. I'm out. My debt is paid. What is this? Oh yeah, this is just like a trashy, like, tabloid, I think. Valroyo tabloid. Search the upper market, you say? Oh, fuck. Ugh.
It seems change is on the wind.
And then we go up here. I remember when I first played this game, I was so disoriented by how you travel in this little area. Just because it feels very, like, disjointed. A scrap of parchment is hastily torn from an ornate document, stuffed into its hiding space with a large red sock. And we are to obey well. We meet at 3 bells to discuss how best to serve the new way. Scrawled below in a misspelled script, Herald go at time, praise Androst. Taken together, the message reveals a time, path, and key to a location on the world map. At this window, the thief Treadwell did witness the attempted assault of Lady Castine. He surrendered his chance for escape to catch and hold her assailant, a bard of Lord Halavine. Hero thief, foiled bard, and conspiring noble were all censored as per their station, and relevant actions, lashings and labor disappeared and ostracized for the social season, respectively. The scandal played out far longer in the theatrically serialized adaptation, which reimagined the 3 as siblings separated at birth, competing for Lady Castine's hand at her orchestration. The conclusion was relatively accurate to the original event, save the punishment of the thief and noble being swapped to comic effect. Generally good reviews received, though some thought the height of the lady's hair to be unrealistic. Excerpted and torn from A Disposable Walking Tour of the Capital by Philium Abard. I kind of hate Orlais, I think. Like, I like a lot of the aesthetic, but the, like, weird obsession with royalty and nobility really pisses me off.
As there is but one world, one life, one
They left us. The Templars.
Also, it's like, I think maybe Orlais would be more charming if the rest of the world of Dragon Age wasn't so, like, horribly fucked up and dysfunctional. Like, I kind of always got the vibe that Orlais exists in this sort of, like, bubble of nobility and privilege, insulated from all the other countries, which are, like, very fucked up.
If I might have a moment of your time.
Who?
Grand Enchanter Fiona?
Leader of the Mage Rebellion. Is it not dangerous for you to be here?
I heard of this gathering, and I wanted to see the fabled Herald of Andraste with my own eyes.
I can't believe people keep calling me that.
Perhaps you should look among your fellow mages.
I'm surprised the leader of the mages wasn't at the conclave.
Yes. You were supposed to be, and yet somehow you avoided death.
As did the Lord Seeker, you'll note. Both of us sent negotiators in our stead in case it was a trap. I won't pretend I'm not glad to live. I lost many dear friends that day. It disgusts me to think the Templars will get away with it. I'm hoping you won't let them.
How do you know they did it?
So you think the Templars are responsible?
Why wouldn't she?
Lucius hardly seems broken up over his losses, if he's concerned about them at all. You heard him. You think he wouldn't happily kill the Divine to turn people against us?
I do.
So yes, I think he did it. More than I think you did it, at any rate.
The mages weren't willing to talk to the Inquisition before. Why now?
Because now I've seen what you are. And I've seen the Chantry for what it is. Consider this an invitation to Redcliffe. Come, meet with the mages. An alliance could help us both, after all. I hope to see you there. Au revoir, my Lord Herald.
Come, let us return to Haven.
Man, I wonder who I want to work with. The people who approached us very reasonably and are willing to engage in dialogue, or the insane, sycophantic cop Nazis who just want to kill every person with magic in their blood. We'll see. Who's to say? But for now, we're gonna go to this meeting spot.
It's the Inquisition.
Oh, hello.
I know who I work for, at least.
Oh, everyone is like little stuff on each other.
Make her take you.
Honestly, after playing those first two games, I'm like not used to how quickly the spells come back, and the fact that I just have like I can actually spend my mana without immediately becoming gassed. Oh, hello.
Herald of Andraste. How much did you expend to discover me? It must have weakened the Inquisition immeasurably.
Dude, who are you?
I don't know who you are.
You don't fool me. I'm too important for this to be an accident. My efforts will survive in victories against you elsewhere.
Just say what?
What is the...
Ugh. Squishy one, but you heard me, right? Just say what? Rich tits always try for more than they deserve. Blah,
True.
blah, blah. Obey me. Arrow in my face. So, you followed the notes well enough. Glad to see you're... And you're an elf. Well, hope you're not too elfy.
What?
I mean, it's all good, isn't it? The important thing is you glow. You're the herald thingy.
That was a lot all at once. I feel like I was very on board until the weird elf thing.
Some believe I'm the Herald of Andraste. But who are you? And what's this about?
No idea. I don't know this idiot from Manners. My people just said the Inquisition should look at him.
Your people? Elves?
No. People.
What?
Name's Sarah. This is cover. Get round it.
Are you?
For the reinforcements. Don't worry. Someone tipped me their equipment shed. They've got no breaches.
Why didn't you take their weapons?
Because no breaches.
I feel like her irreverence and love for killing rich people is insulating the strangeness of her weird like racism.
Friends really came through with that tip. No breaches. So, Herald of Andraste. You're a strange one. I'd like to join.
I mean, sure.
How about we get to know each other first? You know, names and such.
One name. No, wait, two. Well, it's like this. I sent you a note to look for hidden stuff by my friends. The Friends of Red Jenny. That's me. Well, I'm one. So is a fence in Montfort, some woman in Kirkwall. There were 3 in Starkhaven, brothers or something. It's just a name, yeah? It lets little people, friends, be part of something while they stick it to nobles they hate. So here, in your face, I'm Sarah. The Friends of Red Jenny are sort of out there. I use them to help you. Plus arrows.
I think I do remember there were like notes and maybe a couple quests in Origins that talked about Red Jenny.
The Inquisition has spies already. Can you add to these professionals?
Here's how it is. You important people are up here, shoving your cods around. Blah, blah, I'll crush you. Ooh, crush you. Then you've got cloaks and spy kings, like this tit. Or was he one of the little knives, all serious with his little knife? All those secrets, and what gave him up? Some houseboy who don't know shite, but knows a bad person when he sees one. So no, I'm not knifey shiv dark, all hidden. If you don't listen down here too, you risk your breeches. Like those guards, I stole their... Look, do you need people or not? I want to get everything back to normal. Like you.
I still don't know how I feel about this character. Like, I think generally I do like her, but then sometimes she says like certain stuff that just really fucking pisses me off.
So who are your Friends of Red Jenny? You must know them.
It's not hard to understand if you're not trying to waste your day on it. Someone little always hates someone big. And unless you don't eat, sleep, or piss, you're never far from someone little. Doesn't always work out, but a lot of people hated this guy. Someone got a laugh, someone got even, someone got paid. And someone has to have explained to them that free help is good.
I mean, I just like asking questions.
Back there you wanted to know if I glowed. Why?
That's what you do, innit? You walked out of somewhere and now you glow. Andraste's herald. True or not, it seemed like the easiest way to know it was you.
True or not?
Well, that's what they say and all. Look, don't get ahead, yeah? I want to help this... whatever it is. Inquisition.
I mean, I don't really care about it being petty and criminal. Welcome aboard, Quirkchungus.
Alright, Sarah. I can use you and your friends.
Yes! Getting good before you're too big to like. That'll keep your breeches where they should be. Plus extra breeches because I have all these... You have merchants who buy that piss, yeah? Got to be worth something.
You gotta stop talking
Anyway,
about the pants.
Haven. See you there, Herald. This will be grand.
Alright, so now we have Sarah. Look at that fucking art. Look at it. It's beautiful. And yeah, now we have Sarah. She's certainly here. It might not surprise you to hear that Sarah is one of the most hated companions and perhaps characters in this entire series. But honestly, I don't think she deserves that at all. I definitely don't hate her. I do think she's a little high on the irreverence, but I don't necessarily mind that if it's just one character. I typically have a problem with that type of like writing or dialogue if it feels like every single character is like that. Like Mass Effect Andromeda definitely had that problem where it felt like every character kind of talked in like a quirky, irreverent way, and they were all making jokes in that same type of like manner. But with Sarah specifically, I think it's fine just because she's the only person who acts like that. Okay, and then we have, we were invited to the Ghislaine estate, to a salon, which I actually don't know what a salon is. I'm just, based on context, it's probably some sort of social function.
Master Lavellen, on behalf of the Inquisition.
A pleasure, sir. We so rarely have a chance to meet anyone new. It is always the same crowd at these parties. So you must be a guest of Madame de Fer, or are you here for Duc Bastien?
Are you here on business? I have heard the most curious tales of you. I cannot imagine half of them are true.
I mean, I'm kind of just here to fuck around, I guess. I do really like how there was like a herald who announced my name, but no one fucking reacted at all, really, except a couple people just like looked over. Also, I kind of like this this very like stuffy, noble social function, but it's kind of like laid back. Like it feels like something that these people do like relatively frequently.
What have you heard about me?
Some say that when the veil opened, Andraste herself delivered you from the Fade.
I wish they would stop saying that.
I'm not familiar with that name. I was invited here by First Enchanter Vivienne.
Madame de Fer is a fond nickname the court has given Lady Vivienne.
I've heard she finds it amusing.
I've heard very little about Duke Bastien.
He hasn't been seen much at court lately.
His business with the Council of Heralds often takes him from home for long periods. It can't be good for a man of his years.
And of course, there's the Civil War. Bastien probably wishes to distance himself from the actions of his one-time son-in-law.
The Civil
Tearing
War?
up the Dales in a foolish bid for power? It will end in disgrace for Gaspard. Everyone knows it.
Wait, so... Oh yeah, it's like everything in Orlais now is fucked as well. But these guys are still just doing this shit. I mean, yeah, what have you guys heard?
Some of those storytellers may have gotten carried away.
But only for the best effect. The Inquisition is a ripe subject for wild tales.
The Inquisition. What a lot of pig shit. Washed up sisters and crazed seekers. No one can take them seriously.
Okay.
Everyone knows it's just an excuse for a bunch of political outcasts to grab power.
Sure, weirdo. What's your angle?
I've never made any claims to holiness. What's your point?
In front of all these people, you admit to being a pretentious usurper. We know what your Inquisition truly is. If you were a man of honor, you'd step outside and answer the charges.
Oh yeah?
My dear Marquis, how unkind of you to use such language in my house to my guests. You know such rudeness is intolerable.
Madame Vivienne, I humbly beg your pardon.
You should. Whatever am I going to do with you, my dear?
Kill him.
My lord, you're the wounded party in this unfortunate affair. What would you have me do with this foolish man?
Oh, fuck. Do it. Oh, shit. Oh. I'm worried if I say to kill him, she'll be like, wow, how horrid and evil of you. And then she won't actually do it. I don't really care. Also, I'm kind of worried about the idea of, like, killing him. Like, I think it would be funny for him to die, because he's, like, a noble. But I feel like if I say to kill him, people will, or might interpret that as me being, like, upset about any of the shit that he was saying, which I'm very much not, so whatever.
Marquis doesn't interest me. Do whatever you like with him.
Poor Marquis.
Kill him.
Issuing challenges and hurling insults like some Ferelden dog-lord. And all dressed up in your Aunt Solange's doublet. Didn't she give you that to wear to the Grand Tourney? To think all the brave chevaliers who will be competing left for Markham this morning, and you're still here. Were you hoping to sate your damaged pride by defeating the Herald of Andraste in a public duel? Or did you think his sword would end the shame of your failure? Run along, my dear. Do give my regards to your aunt. I'm delighted you could attend this little gathering. I've so wanted to meet you.
I'm fairly satisfied with her flaying that guy alive like that.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Vivienne, first enchanter of Montsimard and enchantress to the Imperial Court.
Is that Marquis going to pose a problem?
His aunt is the Vicomtesse of Mont de Glace. Not a powerful family, but well respected. And very devout. Alphonse will be disowned for this. It's not the first time he's brought his aunt disgrace, but I'm sure it'll be the last. And after such a public humiliation, I expect he'll run off to the Dales to join the Empress's war effort.
Wait, I
either
just
to make
realized,
a good end or to win back a modicum of self-respect.
are these guys just raising the Dales, like, again? But this time just for fun? I think I hate this country. I think I truly hate this country.
Your salon has certainly exceeded my expectations so far.
I'm glad to keep you entertained, my dear. I wanted to meet face to face. It is important to consider one's connections carefully. With Divine Justinia dead, the Chantry's in shambles. Only the Inquisition might restore sanity and order to our frightened people. As the leader of the last loyal mages of Thedas,
The what?
I feel it only right that I lend my assistance to your cause.
The who?
You say you led the last of the loyal mages. Loyal to whom?
To the people of Thedas, of course. We have not forgotten the commandment, as some have, that magic exists to serve man. I support any effort to restore such order.
You guys are, like, really devout. That's awesome.
So you're in favor of returning the mages to the Circle, then?
Where else can mages safely learn to master their talents? We need an
Somewhere
institution
else.
to protect and nurture magic. Maker
I mean,
knows.
that's true.
Magic will find neither on its own.
We need an institution, but not like the institution.
What exactly can you do for the Inquisition?
I am well versed in the politics of the Orlesian Empire. I know every member of the Imperial Court personally.
That's
I
insane.
have all the resources remaining to the Circle at my disposal. And I'm a mage of no small talent. Will that do?
Are you devout? What's your opinion of the Chantry?
I was a great admirer of the late Divine Justinia V. The Chantry,
seems
at
chill.
its best, unites the disparate cultures of Thedas and looks after its most vulnerable.
When has it ever
Had she
done that?
lived, Justinia could have accomplished so much.
I mean, like, I get the intent, but I feel like these guys have kind of a dog shit track record.
You are aware that the Chantry hasn't sanctioned this Inquisition.
The Chantry is leaderless. They're in no position to officially sanction anything.
That's true.
Besides, my dear, if there is one virtue the Chant of Light teaches us, it is forgiveness. Once the Inquisition has sealed the breach, I'm sure the new Divine will not care in the slightest about official permission.
Okay.
What's in this for you?
The same thing anyone gets by fighting this chaos. The chance to meet my enemy, to decide my fate. I won't wait quietly for destruction.
Alright, that's mostly very chill. For, you know, like a noble.
The Inquisition will be happy to have you, Lady Vivian.
Great things are beginning, my dear. I can promise you that.
I feel like Vivian has a very powerful aura to her that I really enjoy. And I think that little moment where she like snaps her fingers and undoes that spell is like the first time in this entire series that someone has like done something like that with casting a spell. I feel like for the most part it's very like straightforward. I'm always really fond of when spellcasters do shit like that, like snapping their fingers and doing like a fruity pose whenever they cast spells, rather than like the more structured like recitation and somatic like thing that is, you know, I always think it's neat. Oh yeah. Can't talk to these guys yet. Return to Haven's Chantry. Oh yeah, I think this is just... Yeah, I think while I'm here, I might as well do that. I think this session of me playing the game today is going to be a lot of recruiting companions, and then it'll be a lot of talking to them, because you kind of get all of them all at once, except for a couple.
Have you seen Enchanter Vivienne? That's the picture of what a circle mage should be. It is not arrogant to be unafraid.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think my main problem with nobles is like their demeanor exactly. It's more like the exploitation of all the classes under them.
It's good you've returned. We heard of your encounter.
You heard?
My agents in the city sent word ahead, of course.
It's a shame the Templars have abandoned their senses, as well as the capital.
Man, I'm kind of relieved that Cullen seems like he's sort of realized how stupid he was being for the past, like, 2 games.
At least we know how to approach the mages and Templars now.
Do we? Lord Seeker Lucius is not the man I remember.
True, he has taken the orders somewhere, but to do what? My reports have been very odd.
We must look into it. I'm certain not everyone in the Order will support the Lord Seeker.
Or the Herald could simply go to meet the mages in Redcliffe instead.
Yes.
I think the Mage Rebellion is more united. It could be 10 times worse.
Could be, but, I mean... You said, like, could.
I could at least find out what the mages want.
No doubt what they've always wanted. Support for their cause.
How vile.
We shouldn't discount Redcliffe.
How reprehensible.
The mages may be worth the risk.
They are powerful, Ambassador, but more desperate than you realize.
Yeah, man. They're fucked. They've been getting fucked.
I've been in danger since I walked out of the Fade.
If some among the rebel mages were responsible for what happened at the Conclave...
The same could be said about the Templars.
Fucking
True
thank
enough.
you.
Right now, I'm not certain we have enough influence to approach the Order safely.
I think we
Then
need
the
more
Inquisition needs agents in more
power.
places. That's something you can help with.
In the meantime, we should consider other options.
We need more power before we can talk to the Templars.
Matter. Several months ago, the Grey Wardens of Ferelden vanished. I sent word to those in Orlais, but they have also disappeared.
All of the
I wouldn't even
wardens?
consider the idea they're involved in all this, but the timing is curious.
That is really weird.
So you're telling me this because...
The others have disregarded my suspicion, but I cannot ignore it. 2 days ago, my agents in the hinterlands heard news of a Grey Warden by the name of Blackwall. If you have the opportunity, please seek him out. Perhaps he can put my mind at ease.
Blackwall.
And if you can't?
Then there may be more going on than we thought.
That sounds like an interesting person for us to go and talk to. Some sort of important fellow of some kind. Okay, so, oh yeah, I think Mind Blast has always had this effect in the previous games, but perhaps I've neglected to use it. In this game, it's pretty useful because it knocks all enemies back, and then it also decreases the amount of aggro that you generate. And it definitely had the knockback effect in the other games, but I don't know if it reduced aggro. Or it could get revival, which honestly seems like the obvious-ish choice for me to take. But then again, maybe I need more. I'm gonna get this Winter's Grasp thing because it'll let me prime enemies for the detonation stuff. Which will be good. Oh, I got a perk. So, oh, that was the wrong door. Wait, what? There we go. The perks are kind of interesting in this game because they give you like really insane permanent buffs. So they're kind of themed after each of the 3 advisors, and then you have this 4th one.
Has Cassandra spoken to you about my new recruits?
They are not your recruits, Commander. They're ours.
Gain 1 combat ability point for the Inquisitor only. Yeah, so these are kind of... Ooh. Increases inventory capacity by 15. Oh my fucking god, that's so big. So these are... these first ones in each tree give you extra dialogue, and some of them are actually pretty, like, good and important. So I feel like getting those is always like the way to go. And then yeah, some of these are like really good and others are kind of like whatever. Focus. I don't remember what focus is like at all. I think that might be a type of ability that I don't have unlocked. Oh yeah, there's some like blueprints that you can get. Collection of herbs. I feel like those are really bad because it's just like a one-time set of consumables. Allows all rogues in the party to open masterwork locks. Man, that also seems insanely useful. I feel like maybe I should start with... Okay, and these are all like discounts. Some of these are really good because they expand the inventory of like merchants. Having more inventory, higher inventory capacity is pretty good, but I don't think I super need it. I think I'm probably going to beeline to getting this masterwork lock thing because it'll be useful for keeping me. If you've seen me play the previous games, you'll know how like insanely neurotic I am about not being locked out of chests and doors and things like that. And then we have a few more areas to unlock, and then a couple of these like war table things. I actually need to pull up the chart. And as always, as a reminder to you, if you're looking up anything about a game and it's on fandom, if you just go to the URL and replace, just type anti in front of the, in front of fandom on the URL, and it'll redirect to a different website that is not filled with ads. I think it's called Breeze Wiki. So just ANTI, and then it's antifandom.com. It is a truly wonderful thing. Okay, so we have a couple of these. Let's look at the Chantry Remains. The confrontation with Mother Havara in the Val Royal Market had the desired effect to a point. The Chantry's condemnation of the Inquisition was lost amid a flurry of speculation over the actions of Lord Seeker Lucius, as well as a divide in the opinions of the remaining Chantry clerics. There are, however, clerics still loudly denouncing the Herald of Andraste. The Inquisition could leave them to their speeches, but dealing with them before the Chantry elects a new divine could be of benefit. So Josephine seems like the obvious answer here, but need to take a look. Oh, these can get failed. What the fuck? It says the successful outcome of this operation is random. There's a 75% chance of success. Oh, okay, so there's like a scaling degree of success, but you can just like randomly fail this, which
let us begin.
It kind of sucks in my opinion, but whatever. Also, Vivian thing. A letter addressed to Vivian lies opened on the table. A note has been added to the top which reads, "Josephine darling, you should take care of this. V. My dearest Vivian, you cannot have heard the shocking allegations against the Inquisition, or surely you would never have been seen with them. Allow me as a friend to open your eyes. People are saying that Divine Justinia is indeed alive, but the Inquisition, her closest advisors and most trusted servants, have orchestrated all this chaos on her orders, that it was Seeker Pentagast and Sister Nightingale who sabotaged the Conclave in order to eliminate the opposition within the Chantry and cut off the heads of the Mage Rebellion and Templars in a single stroke. To save your own reputation, you must escape this acquaintance immediately. With deepest concern, Vicomtesse Elodie de Moreau." This seems like another one where Josephine would be the obvious choice, but perhaps not. Okay. Oh yeah. You could just do it with anyone.
Let's see what we have.
So we'll do that, and then... Oh, Red Jenny. I do not know how someone would come to this idea, but I can see the use. It is a large area to search, however. A memo from Josephine written on a note from Sarah. Know what ruins a party? Bees. I know a man who teaches how to jar them safe but angry, stingy, no good for honey, but great for throwing. He's somewhere south. Sarah has scribbled a jar of bees hitting someone in the face, and also a butt. I'm pretty fond of the jar of bees. So we'll do Colin.
To work?
Because he's the last guy available. And then we're done with that for a little bit. And then, oh yeah, we can use the power that we have to unlock this next area. The Storm Coast, which, if you remember, was an area from Dragon Age 2. You might be alarmed at how different it looks in this game. Ferelden has not seen significant Grey Warden activity since Darkspawn attacked the city of Amaranthine 10 years ago. It's not unusual for their order to fade from public notice when there's no blight. However, recent reports claim that a group was traveling along the northern coastline. Wardens tend to follow their own agenda, but the breach has no doubt caught their attention. If If they know something, the Inquisition should find out. So we'll do that, and then unlock the area. Lieutenant Harding led a small complement of soldiers to the Storm Coast region to investigate reports of Grey Warden activity. She sent word that her party had established a camp near the shore, but we have received nothing further. At this time, the status of Harding and her mission remains unknown. Rector. And then we can just fuck off there now, which we will. Or, actually, oh, I can't back out of this. We'll go with, take Vivian. For but a moment.
Your worship, for what it's worth, welcome to the Storm Coast. I would have sent word sooner, but our efforts have been delayed.
That is
How so?
insanely
There's a
heavy
group of
rain.
bandits operating in the area. They know the terrain, and our small party has had trouble going up against them. Some of our soldiers went to speak with their leader. Haven't heard back, though.
There's no way that they would be able to speak over the sound of that rain. It would be the loudest shit in the world. I'll check it out.
Of course you haven't.
The soldiers didn't have an exact location for the bandits, but they were starting their search farther down the beach. With all this fuss, we haven't been able to conduct a proper search for the wardens either. Well, good luck, and enjoy the sea air. I hear it's good for the soul.
The refreshing nature of the coast and rain are both things that I'm extremely fond of. And then here we have a group of bandits operating on the Storm Coast. The Inquisition lost contact with... Okay. I'm going to go ahead and take a quick break for a minute, but I will be right back.